Welcome to our first Thursday. Tia Waddell of Outgoing Transcripts will be presenting this morning an overview of Parchment transcript services.
Thank you, Sharon. Good morning, everyone. In 2019, we decided to make a change in the outgoing transcripts department. Our delivery process needed to change from paper to electronic to provide excellent customer service to our students. As we were working on the process, we were hit with the pandemic, which made us push the process faster. We started with National Student Clearinghouse, and after obtaining this service, we realized we needed more. So we switched to Parchment. Here's the difference between both providers and the changes that were made. As you can see, it's not that much of a change when it comes to prices. It's still $5.50 for our students for electronic transcripts. Now we just offer the priority and express with one set price. We also have regular mail if you want the paper transcript. We had a few system issues. With National Student Clearinghouse, the speedy transcripts weren't compatible with all the universities listed in their network. For an example, our Texas schools or Liberty University, it was listed as a speedy school, but with National Student Clearinghouse, we couldn't send it as a speedy. It would have to come as a PDF, so they couldn't read it. Now with Parchment, the speedy transcripts are compatible with the universities listed in the network. For an example, we're partnered with Texas A&M, Central Texas. Now they can receive our speedy transcripts through Parchment delivery. There were some promises that were unserviced with National Student Clearinghouse. The customer service was not available for our students or the employees here in this department. The return mail came back to Central Texas College and the addresses were verified. So Speedy was not compatible and the access was not user friendly on their website for the students or us employees here in this department. Now, with Parchment, the customer service team takes students. There's a support button on their actual website. They're always available. They send a ticket to the student to let them know that it's being worked on, whatever the issue is when it comes to their transcript. Um, the return mail no longer comes here to Central Texas College. They handle that in-house at the Parchment headquarters. Speedy is now compatible across all universities, which makes it a lot easier here on our side. It's a seamless process now for our students and for the employees here. And another good thing is third-party requests are now accepted through Parchment, and there is written consent from the student, and we get that transcript right out to them. Here's an example of what Parchment looks like on the student side. As you can see, this student has 3 different schools listed, and you can see the orders that they have done. It's all in one spot. I like to call it a one-stop shop. Here's an example of National Student Clearinghouse from our side. Yes, they gave us a summary snapshot, but it was a lot here for the searching and the reports. It's not all together on one page. You would have to go to another part just to check out the open orders, what's sent. Now with the Parchment system, everything is here on one page. We have our open orders available, what's in process, the problems. We even have hold option for the students so they can hold for their grades or degree. And once it's up in colleague, we just click remove hold, sends it out to the student, and they receive it within an hour to 24 hours. That is my presentation for the electronic transcripts department. Well, outgoing transcripts department with electronic transcripts.
Okay, thank you, Tia, for the information. We'll go ahead and take a couple of minutes. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead and ask or submit through chat.
Tia, would you be able to demonstrate how a student requests a transcript on our website, on the CTC website?
Absolutely. So the student will go to Student Tools on our district website, and at the bottom, they will see where it says Transcript Requests. As soon as they click that button, they set up an account automatically with Parchment. So therefore, everything's in one place. It's an email that they have access to. As they proceed, they will have the general information, full name, social, date of birth, student ID, years attended. Then the student will be able to choose if they want mail or if they want electronic. They can pull the school right away. And if they don't want it to go directly to that school and they want to send it to a person or NCO, they have the option to put that recipient email in there. So once they receive it, it's still official because they'll open it on their side.
And Tia, we have, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
At the end, they just collect the payment of $5.50 if they choose electronic, and they even get confirmation that it's done.
We have a question in our chat. When you say Parchment is always available to answer questions, are they open 24 hours?
Yes, they are, and they also create a ticket, so their IT is on it. They get in contact with the student pretty fast.
Thank you. Does anyone have any further questions? Take another moment.
Latia, could you remind the audience that when they're helping students, that the students do not put the C in their ID? That's one of the, okay, if you could do that.
I can. So we spoke with Parchment and they're working on it on their side too. But yes, when a student orders, can you please have them not put the C, just the digits? It's also on our welcome page, but sometimes students, they're eager to get their transcript. They skip it. So just a reminder to them when you direct them to our page, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, most students, even when I speak to students, they always think the C is part of their ID, and it's really not.
Right.
It was a means. The C was set up so that we could distinguish between for Web Advisor. Well, it's actually now Eagle Self-Service. It doesn't look like there are any more questions. We had a large audience. Debbie, I think you have some news. We have some time left. You have some news and graduation. Would you like to share?
Sure. We've already also gone with Parchment and now do digital diplomas. The student will, once they're cleared for graduation, we will submit that to Parchment. They will send them an email and tell them that their digital diploma is available almost instantaneously upon the time that we approve it. And so they can go in, they can download that, they can send it out to employers, they can do all kinds of things. And then they will also still get their hard copy diploma, no more covers, but we don't have to mail those out. Parchment's taking care of all that for us. So it's a win-win for both of us. We just started that this week.
And Tia, we do have a question in the chat. Do you have an email response that includes the steps to ordering the transcripts?
We have an email response that includes the link, so they can click directly on it and it take them directly to Parchment from the CTC website. Well, from the email to our website.
All right, and Debbie, there's a question for you in the chat. How far does that go back? Is it for new students or can former students request as well?
We are starting digital diplomas for the May graduation. If a student comes back and asks for a digital, or we can go ahead and do a back student. We haven't got all the bugs ironed out on that, but as soon as it is a real possibility, it can happen.
Going back to Tia, question, what if a student actually comes to the building to request a transcript?
Great question. We no longer process any transcripts, official or unofficial, here at Central Texas College. They have to go online and order through Parchment.
Thank you. Okay, we don't seem to have any further questions. So we'll go ahead and end this presentation. The first Thursday in July will be our next meeting on Residence Hall. And I thank you all for attending. Have a good day, all.